Everybody. My name is Olivia, and I am a marketing coach for the Bay Area Entrepreneur Center. I just wanted to remind everybody that this session is being recorded, and we will be taking pictures throughout. Just as a reminder, a couple housekeeping tips, ringers and notifications. Let's make sure we turn them off, or that's probably for me. The raise hand feature is available through Zoom. If you have any questions, you can use the Q&A feature or put it directly in the chat. You also have the ability to change your name, mute attendees. That's if you guys are on here. And what else? I think that's it. If I missed anything, you can jump in. But yeah, we're happy to host this workshop. We have a lot of workshops coming up this month, so be sure to be on the lookout for all of that. And this, we'll get started. Oh, Nicole, go ahead.
Oh, hi everyone. So my name is Nicole. I'm also one of the business coaches here and the marketing lead. So as you guys see, Olivia and I were going to be co-facilitating this workshop, and you guys probably can see Ling if you guys have attended our events before. Ling is usually in the background, making sure everything is running smoothly, being able to answer emails if people can't find the Zoom link or anything like that. So that's why she's there. It's not just some random person. But we are so happy that you guys are here. And today we're going to be talking about how to increase your website traffic through different channels. So we are really excited to share this with you guys.
Alrighty, so increasing website traffic. So here's our agenda for today. We're going to go over Google, Facebook, Instagram, Nextdoor, LinkedIn, basically how we can use the social media platforms that we use every day, and just being able to utilize those things and promote. So have you claimed your business on Google? This is super important. People use Google all the time. You search your business, and the hope is to have your business be the first thing to pop up. Usually if you haven't claimed your business through Google, it won't show up on Google search automatically. So how do you do that? You'll go to Google Maps first, or just random Google search. Open the maps. It can be on your phone too, and search your business. Make sure you put in your full business name or the address of where your business is located. You're going to want to claim your business. So if it's a business or people have searched it before, the option to claim your business will be there. Just click claim my business, or I own or manage this business. And then it'll prompt you through all of these different steps on how to go about claiming your business. So they'll probably ask you for your Google account. Fast forwarding, once you get to the point of completely claiming your business, Google will send a postcard to that place of business, and it'll have like an activation code, so you can confirm that way. So claiming your business on Google actually takes, I would say, about a week, but it's a good thing to do. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to put it in the chat.
My part. So again, we're going to go over different channels. That the goal of using all these different channels is to increase your website traffic. So Olivia just quickly went over how you can claim your business on Google. So that is something that will help you guys definitely with SEO ranking, and you'll also be able to get a lot more traffic to your website, especially if you do have clients, customers that aren't US based. So a lot of times if you're a restaurant and you're on Yelp, but let's say, you do get a lot of international customers, you want to be on Google because people tend to use Google more if they're international. Little side note. Okay. I'm going to go over Facebook, how Facebook can increase your website traffic. So a lot of times I think we do this when we look up a business. We see if they have a Yelp page, and then we also see if they have a website, and then also a Facebook, right? These are ways that we can verify that this business is a real business. So Couple things that you can do on your Facebook page today is you want to create a post. You want to make sure you're constantly posting updates about your business. Even if you feel like nothing is going on, your business has maybe shut down during the pandemic, you want to maybe give insights of how your business is going through the pandemic. Like, did you have to pivot a little bit? Are you going through some mental health issues? Maybe your business, you're like really struggling and you just found like therapy helps you as a business owner. That's something you can share on your Facebook page. So you also want to be starting to go live. So Facebook does have live features like Instagram Live. The great thing about doing Facebook Lives is if your audience is really on Facebook, and a lot of times it's like if your audience is generally older, they're going to be on Facebook more, and live just helps you interact with those customers more. Also, live allows you to have video on your Facebook page, and all these social media platforms want you to do video. The downside of live, just in case you're nervous to go on camera, is you can't edit it. It's in the moment. So if you want to be able to edit it, what you can do is actually record a video on your phone or on a camera and then upload it, and then it's just a video. It's not live, but at least you have a video there on your page. And it also gives the customers a chance to see your face, because a lot of times they're buying products from you, they're buying services, but they don't get to actually see the person. And, you know, millennials, we're getting older. We're now in our 30s. We have Gen Zers getting older, and we like that face-to-face interaction, naturally, virtually. You know, we want to be able to see the person that we're buying from. Facebook Marketplace. So especially if you have items that you do sell, clothing items, knickknacks, you want to set up your store. Facebook store and Instagram store, they are there to help you sell to your customers, and they want you to sell on their marketplace. I've said this before in a lot of different webinars, is that every social media platform is like a little house, and they want you to be in that little house for as long as you possibly can. So they would like you to sell your items on Marketplace. You can also do some of your services through Marketplace as well, and we could discuss that. You can also do an ad on Facebook Marketplace. And so I think, yeah, sorry, I got distracted by the chat box there. There you go. But yeah, posting an ad on your marketplace will allow you to show your items more to a targeted customer and client. And we could go a little bit more into ads. If you guys have any questions on how to do a Facebook or Instagram or even a LinkedIn ad, feel free to email me and we could do a quick session. And groups. Groups is a wonderful way to interact with Facebook. Facebook is this vast house party, if you will. If every social media platform is a house, Facebook is a big house party. It has so many components. It has the groups, it has the pages, it has the marketplace, it has the feed, you have videos, you have photos. There's a lot going on Facebook. They want to do everything. And they're now having Facebook shows, like TV shows. So there's a lot. So one of the ways that you can interact with particular customers and clients is through groups. That's a smaller interaction, that's more one-on-one. So being able to join certain groups, at, you know, whether that's a group that's dedicated to the town you live in, or a group that's dedicated to, maybe most of your customers are moms, maybe you want to join a parent group or a mom group. Being able to join these groups and interact with them on a very like authentic level, maybe not 100% selling them, but joining that group and interacting with them and getting them and allowing them to get to know you. So that will increase build that relationship, and then ideally increase the interaction on your Facebook page, and then ideally increase the website traffic. But yeah, that's how you could use Facebook. Instagram. I think we all use Instagram, and Instagram has slowly become the standard social media platform. It's the one that a lot of people tend to go to. It's just because it's the easiest thing. You just scroll up and down. You know, on Facebook, even the Facebook app, there's a lot going on. But on Instagram, it's a little bit more, you could focus on one thing. So the first thing that you want to ask yourself is, do you have a business profile on Instagram? And that's something you want to ask yourself on Facebook as well. So how you could tell if you have a business profile on Instagram and on Facebook is if you have access to insights, if it's an insights or analytics. So if you don't have access to that, if you go to your settings and you can't find your insights, that means you just have a regular profile. And the reason why you want to have a business profile is that way you have more opportunities to see who your audience is. Those insights are very, very powerful, and they can tell you what's the best day to post, the best time, what types of posts your audience is really enjoying. And like as usual, you want to be able to post as frequent as possible. And I want to put it out there. Being frequent doesn't mean every day. That can get exhausting. I get it, especially when you are a business owner and you're doing everything on your own. Having to post something every day can be really overwhelming. Being frequent just means your audience needs to know what days you are posting. So let's say to start off, you just want to post once a week. You're just starting your business and you just can't handle one more thing. That's fine. Pick a day. So that way your audience gets used to that is the day you are posting. So whether that's a Monday, Friday, Saturday, pick a day. And then you start increasing to 2 days, 3 days. Maybe you do every other day, but your audience needs to know that you will be posting on certain days and times. You can't just post once and then ghost them, and then post a few more times and then ghost them. And by ghost them, I mean leave them. I think that's what a lot of business owners, one of their problems is they get really, really dedicated to posting on Instagram and Facebook, and they try to do it as often as they can. And then you get burnt out after a month, and then you don't post for like 6 months. So just start baby steps. Stories. So stories are really popular. It's I always joke that Instagram likes to steal ideas from other platforms. So they stole the story idea from Snapchat, which was something that happened a few years ago. And it took off because a lot of people were on Instagram. There were a lot of people dedicated to Instagram that didn't want to have Snapchat, and stories was the way, a way for them to interact with different businesses and friends and family. So stories, if you don't know, when you open up Instagram, it's that little circle on the top. And you know when you have posted a story because when you go to your profile, your little profile circle is like highlighted. There's like a little ring around it. So those are stories. They're up there. Within those stories, you could create a lot of different types of videos. You could either just post a photo, you could share a post on from someone other's Instagram account. So maybe you have a customer that gave you a big shout out about your business, like they really loved your services, they really loved your product. You could just go to their account. If their account isn't private, if it's a public account, you could just share that post into your stories. On stories, you could do a video, like you're just doing a video of your store, you're looking at the camera. You could also do a boomerang, which is that little thing where people cheers, things along those lines. That's all in stories. Okay. And the reason why stories is great is there's a lot of people that just go to the stories. So it's up to you to determine as a business owner if your audience is a feed audience, meaning your audience, your customers, are they the type of people that just like to go to Instagram and look at pictures and go scroll up and down? Or are they the audience that goes into stories? And you can figure that out looking at insights. You might have two audience. You might have one audience that maybe it's the buyers, the primary buyers, people that buy your products and services, maybe they're on the feed, but the ones that are more brand awareness, they look at your stories. And that's something we can help you figure out. Then you want to look into Reels. Reels is also the new hot thing. Again, Instagram likes to steal ideas. They stole this from TikTok. So it's a 15 to 30-second little videos. If you don't know what they are, those are the videos where you probably have seen them on your Instagram or TikTok, where people are just like looking at the camera and they're pointing and text boxes pop up, or they go like this and they're in a new outfit. That's what it is. Those are quick little reels. People are really enjoying those reels because, again, people's attention span is pretty small. Like it's limited. So these reels can be really engaging for your audience. I think reels are fun, but I also know they take some time to learn how to do, especially if you've never done a reel or a TikTok. And we will have another workshop on TikToks and reels. But yeah, so you could do really fun interactive things. Like you could do one where, you know, we have a child daycare center here. So you could do a fun reel where you are doing a video where the kids play area is really messy, and then you could clap your hands, and then it's clean, and then you just give little tips on how you went about it. It's just really fun. And then live. Oh, and going back to the reels. So your reels will live on your Instagram profile to the end of time. And they will also show up on the feed when people are scrolling. Stories, to go back to number 2, stories, those disappear in 24 hours. But your reels will live on your profile and will live in the feed. Going live, it's very similar to Facebook Live. I know a lot of people started going live when the pandemic hit. It was a way to build relationships with their customers because they can't see their customers in person. So you can use live however you want to use it. You could do Q&As. You could ask your audience to send you questions that you could answer about your business. You could interview customers. You could show new products. You could also just talk about being a business owner during a pandemic. Maybe you want to do a business owner circle. So you go live and you bring on another business owner, then they leave the live and then you bring on another business owner, and you guys could all just be talking about how it is to be a business owner during the pandemic. These lives usually would disappear within 24 hours, but Instagram has made it pretty nice and easy to easily convert those live to IGTV. And IGTV will live on your profile to the end of time and will also show up in the feed when people are scrolling. And IGTV is just Instagram's way of doing longer videos. So you don't have to do a live to have IGTV. You can just create a video. It has to be a vertical video, not horizontal video. But you could do a video on your phone and just upload it as IGTV. And I quickly went through all of that. So if you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat box. Because I know I might have went in and out because of Wi-Fi issues. But yeah, let me know.
Thanks,
Olivia.
Nicole. Thank you. So Nextdoor, it's a neighbor app. Nextdoor is a great place to promote your business. I know a lot of people that use Nextdoor, a lot of family members and neighbors. It is very personal to where you live. So usually Nextdoor consists of your neighborhood. You put in your address, and then you'll be able to see people from basically the people that live in your area. I live in Pacifica and I live in the Fairmont West District area. So everything on my Nextdoor would be my neighbors. But you have the ability to post elsewhere, as in all of Pacifica or all of San Mateo County. So it's Nextdoor. I don't know how new Nextdoor is, but it is sort of like Facebook, but there's the audience is different on Nextdoor. It's more local, it's more personal, in my opinion. So how to use Nextdoor? It's very similar to Facebook. You would create a post. A lot of people on Nextdoor post things like they lost their dog, or somebody left their car out here, or be careful for this, my car got broken into. So a lot of people use it to make sure they know what's going on in the neighborhood. You can use it as a means to let people know that you own your business and you're still open, just kind of putting that news out there to your neighbors and letting them know. It's also good because, Nextdoor, you can put how much family members you have, your picture and all of that. So it's also putting a name to your business, a face to your business, introducing your business to your neighbors, and they know that you live there. So Nextdoor is just a more trustworthy site when it comes to getting the word out to people that are living in your area. There's also a feature to claim your business. It's same thing as Google, but so if you go on Nextdoor and you go in the business section and you search your business, it won't come up unless you claim your business. So you would basically put in all your information, all your business's information, and connect it to your account. So that way, anytime you post anything on Nextdoor, like let's say you lost your dog, you say, "Oh, I lost my dog. Anybody, please help me find it." They can click your picture and see the information about you and your business. If you've claimed your business, it'll show up on there as well. So the more you post, the more attention you'll get from all the information that you claim on your social media platforms. But Nextdoor is a good one too. Another way, so if you have a shop or advertisements or anything like that, I would say you could post in the for sale and free section. Nextdoor doesn't have that much items up, because there's a lot more platforms like Marketplace, like Nicole mentioned, Craigslist. There's so many different avenues of where you can find things that are for sale. Um, my mom actually likes using the for sale and free feature on Nextdoor because she's told me, because she knows the people, she knows that they're neighbors and that they live close by. So I know a lot of people that are willing to use Nextdoor to buy things online from another person, just because it's more personal. But I would say if you do claim your business and you do have a shop and you do a quick, like, couple pictures of your new items in your shop, you can post them in the for sale and free section. Um, just saying like, hey, these are some items at my shop. You can put your shop address and people will come to your store. That's really for all places where you can post things like for sale and for free, Marketplace, Craigslist. I would say take pictures of what you got in your store, post it, and that will bring more traffic to your actual shop. If you're selling online, it'll bring more attention to your website. You just put your website everywhere is my suggestion. Put it everywhere. Also events. So I know events are not like going on. Physical events aren't really going on, but right now we're in an event. So if you come up with an event, just saying like, hey, I want to do an interview with somebody or check out my new business website or virtual website launch, make it an event, and people will be able to see that. They'll have more awareness of what's going on with your business. You could also, let's say you're doing like a 50% off sale or whatever, Black Friday sale, you can post it in the event section. How I've figured to get the word out on things is use every avenue that you can. A lot of people like will go through social media stuff, click things like, okay, you're not really feeling like going to an event, but you want to see what's going on. If you're in every section, then you're bound to get seen somewhere. But yeah, Nextdoor is a great place. It's super trustworthy, super local. I think you should download it, check it out. You can use it on your computer and on your phone. But yeah, Nextdoor, definitely a great place to go. Oh, and any questions, feel free to put them in the chat.
Thank you, Olivia. Sorry, I had to send a quick little message. So we're going to be talking about LinkedIn. I know LinkedIn can be a little bit scary, or also you may not just use LinkedIn. I know LinkedIn and Twitter tends to be the social media platforms that a lot of people just generally don't use for their business. But LinkedIn has grown and they don't want to just be the stuffy social media platform anymore. They do allow you to do videos. People are posting a lot more personal things now. So LinkedIn is a wonderful way where you can just share your business achievements. You can share them on your personal LinkedIn profile. So you'll go into LinkedIn, you post about what's going on with your business, and it will show up on the feed. What I've noticed is because a lot of people don't utilize LinkedIn, you will get a lot more interactions and notice because there's not a lot of competition, if you will. So if I post something on LinkedIn versus if I post it on Facebook, there's going to be more eyes on it on LinkedIn. And if you guys want, you guys could definitely connect with me on LinkedIn. So I'm there. Yeah, so LinkedIn, again, you can post videos, you can post photos, all that good stuff. You could also generally have a Facebook business page. So, or a LinkedIn business page, excuse me. So a LinkedIn business page. So you could just have your profile, but then you could also create a business page. And on that business page, you could post a little bit more about your business. You can interact with people in your community about your business. What I've noticed with LinkedIn versus my Facebook and Instagram audience is LinkedIn allows me to interact more with decision makers. So as you guys may know, I do social media strategy and I have a online magazine. So I use LinkedIn to interact with other publications, writers, more B2B interactions. So building up that community and maybe finding ways to get funding, talking to VCs, things along those lines. While I use Facebook and Instagram as more of my B2C platforms. So on your LinkedIn business page, it's easy to set it up and it's free. So you just set up your business page. You could put your website, you could put all your information on there, your hours, if you have business hours, and also your phone number, and then you can start posting. So you can post on your profile and on your business page. So you want to make sure you're talking about your business and also behind the scenes, right? LinkedIn, again, is B2B. People want to know not just what you're selling, but why you're selling it. What are you doing this for? So tell your story a little bit more. Show pictures of happy customers. Maybe show pictures of you actually, wrapping up your products and sending them to the post office, right? You could do that. It doesn't have to be as stuffy anymore. LinkedIn has become a lot more casual. Also, LinkedIn has now incorporated stories. They don't call it stories, but they have it. Also, Twitter has them. Twitter now calls them fleet. It's, again, going back to the little circles on top. So you can actually interact a little bit more and in the moment on your LinkedIn profile page. Visuals, you again want to do videos, so you could upload videos on your LinkedIn profile and LinkedIn business page. People really enjoy that. They want to see more videos. Again, not a lot of people are using LinkedIn for videos. So because there's not a lot of competition, there's a good chance of you standing out. Events, you could sign up your events on LinkedIn. This is a wonderful way to get the word out, especially to other influencers, to decision makers to come to your event. If I wanted to invite city officials to my event, more often than not, they'll probably see the event on LinkedIn versus if they're going to see it on Facebook. So just posting any events that you may be having. Of course, they're going to be virtual. We got to be safe here. But yeah, and you can link those events to Eventbrite. So you don't have to set up a whole new ticket platform. And articles. So again, I have an online magazine. I noticed, for at least my website, people tend to, Instagram is my brand awareness platform. People know about the magazine, but LinkedIn and Facebook actually is where people click on the article and go to the website, or they go to the video and go to the website. So any type of articles you want to share on LinkedIn, you can actually write an article in LinkedIn. They have sort of a blog component, if you will. So you can actually do, if you want to do that and have that be part of your strategy, that every month you'll write about something about your business, whether it's story time, whether it's tips, and it will show up on your profile as well. So it will show up on your business page and your profile. You could decide how you actually want to use LinkedIn, if you just want to use your profile or if you want to have a business page as well. LinkedIn also has groups that you could join that could be really engaging for you and interactive. So definitely join those groups. You can also, on LinkedIn, it's a wonderful way to get reviewed and recommended. So you can ask customers to write a review for your page. You can actually ask fellow business owners to give you a recommendation about your business, so it shows up on your profile. So there's a lot of ways you could actually use LinkedIn. And if you guys have any questions or want to show me your LinkedIn profile, feel free to email me and we can go over it together.
Thanks, Nicole. So just a couple things to remember. Google, don't forget to claim your business. Use all the features Facebook has to offer. create a business profile and get active on Instagram, add your business to Nextdoor and share with your neighbors, talk to your neighbors, let them know what's going on. And LinkedIn, incorporate your business with your profile or create your own business profile on LinkedIn. Those are all of the things that we mentioned today. And if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Here is a sample post. So just a quick, like, what I would do for my shop, or just something quick on where you can post anywhere. Good morning. As a reminder, we are still open for business. Check out our products, put your website, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, whatever account you want to promote, and then hashtags. Really try and use hashtags. Hashtags are a way for people to search something, and then if you've hashtagged San Bruno, you'll show up in that that feed. So that's just a quick post. And any questions, once again, feel free to contact us. You can put it in the chat. We can stay here for a little bit. If you guys had any questions about anything that we talked about today, reach out to us through email at baec@smccd.edu. And thank you so much for joining us. And any questions, we will stick around and wait for the chat.
If you guys have any questions about certain platforms on how we could go over those platforms a little bit more in depth. But yeah, if you have any specific questions, feel free to email us or just put it in the chat box. We definitely will probably try to do a workshop on each of these platforms. I think we could go through that a little bit more. Oh, I'm glad it was great info. Thank you. So yes, and again, feel free to share any platforms you guys are currently using. And we could go over those, or if you guys have any suggestions for the other business owners in this group of platforms that you have used, put it in there. Awesome. So I actually just want to quickly say on, and if I'm looking over here, it's like I look at my other screen so I remember. So on February 4th is our next workshop. So again, it will also be at noon, and it will be about how to do IG Reels in TikTok. So feel free to come to that one. Oh, Twitter. I like that question. Any comments on using Twitter? If your audience is on Twitter, definitely use Twitter. Again, you have to determine where your audience is at and which platform you want to be on. I personally feel like Twitter is underutilized a lot. I don't think a lot of people, at least in my industry, because my industry it's a lot more creatives, consultants, influencers, bloggers. They don't use Twitter as much, but I think it is a very powerful platform. Your audience is going to be a little bit different on Twitter. I know for myself, for the magazine at least, we retweet a lot of people's posts, and that helps with our engagement. But I think Twitter is a wonderful way. It's another platform that you can get your message across. You can use Twitter to show behind the scenes, like you can do for all these platforms. They also have those little fleets, the little circles on top. But again, you have to determine on where your audience is at. And you could do that by maybe doing some test runs on each platform and see what type of audience do you have on each platform. I know Twitter can be a turnoff because people might feel like it's a platform where people go to complain. But I think it'd be very helpful for your business. Oh yes. Again, this will all be recorded, so they'll be on our YouTube channel. Also, how about Google My Business? Cool. Olivia, do you have any comments on that?
I believe Google My Business comes with claiming your business. So once you claim your business, you'll have access to Google My Business. I'm not really sure what specifically your question is. If you want to share more about what you're asking in the chat, or I could leave my email and we can discuss anything, any questions you have about claiming your business and then accessing that. To gather traffic. I believe Google My Business is a way to see what see who has clicked your business or how many searches you have, just how much traffic you can gauge based off of claiming your business on Google. I would have to do more research to give you a better answer. I
So
will
yeah,
leave my thing in the chat.
yeah. So Google My Business, again, is just a way to drive customer engagement on Google. I know for myself, and I have to actually check this again, for the magazine, we couldn't have like a Google, like use Google My Business as much because we don't have like a physical address. But they might have changed that by now. But yeah, that's something we could look into, and Olivia could follow up with you on that.